Timberwolves move to 6-0 in games in which have attended as they get the 114-105 win against the San Antonio Spurs, who are now 11-48. And even though it was a 9-point win, it was a lot more lopsided through most of that game. These Spurs could not score against us whatsoever. Really just changed in the fourth quarter as Keldon Johnson out of nowhere was just hitting these really flat-footed threes like he's a miniature version of Karl Anthony Towns, who did not play in this game due to personal reasons. And it looked like we were out of our other star for a moment there, too, with Anthony Edwards. But we got Anted. This dude's undead. I mean, he's playing for the right basketball team because it's like he's got Wolverine blood or something. Has a nasty ankle roll, has to come out of the game. He's limping off, goes to the locker room, and then in the second half, he's back. He's normal. He's just testing his movement, looks as explosive as ever, getting to the rim, finishing everything. Another really off-jumper game, as it has been since he's come back from All-Star break. The middies have not looked good. His step-back threes, not as clean. But he's still just, you're like, he was injured this game. He has a lot of workload on him. He only gets 4 free throws. And what does he do? He has 34 points. Anted. Oops. That's just what he does. Rudy Gobert doing the things that he does. He has really dominated the Wemby matchups. He plays him so well. Looks like he's just big brothering that man. The drop step pump fake going into a hammer throwdown over Wemby. My neck was gyrating side to side so viciously in celebration that I threw out my neck. I was in pain. I'm just like, oh my God, that was so amazing. I hurt myself. But such happens when you see an amazing Rudy Gobert play. He also got a great lob from Monte Morris in this game. Morris's first alley-oop as a Timberwolf. Morris got a lot of minutes in this game. I think they were trying to go a bit more youthful. Both Kyle Anderson and Mike Conley as starters had 15 minutes and 20 minutes respectively. Mike Conley also 16 points in those 20 minutes, lighting it up from deep. That cannot be said about Nickeil Alexander-Walker, who has back-to-back 0 games from 3 after a really good shooting stretch for most of this season. But Nickeil still had some nice plays, still working on defense. Jumper was not there. Another person that was working on defense, but the offense was not there. Jaden McDaniels again. I've really disliked his stretch of probably 5 to 10 games, especially after All-Star break, and he basically quit in our last game after coming out of the half and then stabilized a little bit. He doesn't score in this game until maybe 2 minutes left in the game. He gets a fast break dish from Anthony Edwards and a layup. Picked up some rough early fouls too, fouling Wemby on a 3, then one ghost foul on a Wemby trying to self-alley-oop off the backboard. And Wemby, you still get the moments that are so exciting and awe-inspiring from him, but Gobert really did just bully this man all game long, as did a lot of the Timberwolves defense. I mentioned Kyle Anderson, just 15 minutes, but he was guarding Wemby a lot, had multiple pokeaways, forcing turnovers, of which the Spurs had an absurd amount. They had 20 turnovers through the third quarter. I don't know what they ended with, but that was insane. Sorry if you hear my cat going through the litter box right now. Last thing is just Naz Reid. Man. Naz Reid nights are the best night. He's Naz Freed on this one because he gets more minutes. No cat. Didn't play Kyle Anderson, who started that much. And Naz, just the fun plays and fast break, hammer throwdowns, big-time threes. Gets a block early in that one, too, I think, on Collins, who I'm certainly happy to let shoot threes. He's not Naz Reid out there. He doesn't drain the triples at that clip. We are blessed to have this man. One thing I didn't mention that I really wish I did, the J-Mac minutes in this one were phenomenal. No hesitation from 3, knocks down 3 of 4 in this one. Also gets a steal on an inbounds, draws an offensive foul through a charge. Really great energy and effort for him. A couple plays where he got the ball onto the basket, could have had layups, not looking to score in those scenarios. Probably thinking Wemby's lurking, the block leader in the NBA with limited minutes, so I'm not going to put this up, which, not a bad idea. But J-Mac was spectacular through this one. Jordan McLaughlin, loved his minutes. Kind of out of the rotation with the pickup of Monte Morris, but I think he'll be good in acclimating and making Monte feel comfortable, and I just like J-Mac. It's good to give him a little sample, a little spurt to bring the energy, especially at home, and that was lovely. We got a back-to-back. Tomorrow night we play the insanely depleted Grizzlies, who just don't have most of their roster. Should be an easy opportunity for another win. See you then.